And we're live. Good morning, everybody. How are y'all doing? Just having my morning coffee. Just to wake up. Okay, so what do we have today? hmm hmm Well, my sources say the Israeli Mossad is warning about an attack by Iran the same way they were warning about an attack on 9/11. Now, we all know by now that 9/11 was an Israeli Mossad op involving traitorous elements in the United States government at the time. So, if Israel is saying that Iran is going to attack somebody, then can we assume possibly that um, Israel is going to attack somebody and blame it on Iran, or even attack themselves and blame it on Iran as an attempt to justify trying to manipulate, say, America into attacking Iran because they want their Greater Israel project to hmm, yeah, and Iran is one of the few countries on the planet without a central banking cartel owned central bank. You really have to look at things from that perspective when you're dealing with Israel because, you know, historically speaking, that's what they've done. And I think it's dangerous to assume that they're being honest, frankly, at this point, and that they are doing anything other than trying to manipulate, especially America, into supporting and defending them for their benefit and their benefit alone. And definitely not to further the interests of the American people or anyone in the United States military. So, you patriots out there, you know who you are, especially the ones in the military. I'm sure you guys already know this. I'm sure a lot of you already know this. But be careful, you know? Watch out what you're being told to do. Watch out who's ordering you to do what. And, if you're active military and you're ordered to do something that you know is wrong and is against the interests of the American people and counter to the Constitution of the United States of America, um, like getting involved in a conflict that, isn't like that is, a potential made up thing to further the selfish interests of a narrow few people. Um, to participate in it is un-American. It's anti-American. In fact, our Constitution is not for that purpose. And, when Bush tried to basically turn the president into a king by changing some of the laws, uh, those laws were effectively repugnant to the Constitution, meaning that they're null and void because of the basic framework of the Constitution. You have to understand that if we're to amend the Constitution, that is certainly different. But if we are to try to tack on laws in order to nullify what's already established in our Constitution, then those laws don't really matter. You know that. I hope you know that. You guys should be smarter than that, especially if you're serving in the military. Um, and I don't want you guys going off and fighting and dying and killing people for no reason. It's if Iran is not really attacking anybody, then Iran is not really attacking anybody. It's a false flag, and you should be looking at who is causing the false flag, not the people who are being blamed for it. Right? Those are the real enemies. You So, I mean, I'm not saying that the Iranian government is wonderful and should be supported either. So you can't look at it that way. There's just because one thing sucks, it doesn't mean the other thing is good. You see what I'm saying? They both kind of suck. And they both definitely suck. Um, so the right and moral thing to do is to take that position and stop trying to, you know, stop facilitating and enabling the bad behavior of people who are just trying to manipulate you and get you to serve their interests. Uh, your your purpose for being in the United States military is to protect, firstly, the American people, and secondly, the Constitution. And you have no allegiance to a president who is, you are not obligated to have any allegiance to a president who is going to command you to do something counter to either of those. So, all right. Apparently, they are not too happy about this information. So, I would encourage anybody watching this to tell as many people as possible. So, if there's an attack on U.S. forces in the Gulf anytime soon, don't assume that it's Iran. Even if that's the official story. don't assume that it's true. The official story is controlled by the same people who want you to believe a certain narrative. They, we all know who controls 95% of the media. So you gotta think outside of the box to understand what's really going on. Um, all right, having my coffee. I mean, if your like if your neighbor has constantly lied to you, cheated you, robbed you, defrauded you, manipulated you into doing things to serve his interests and his interests only at your expense and to your detriment and to the detriment of your family and friends, why would you believe your neighbor? Why would you even believe him? Why would you even listen to him anymore? Right? And anyone who's going to tell you to do that is either A, corrupt, or B, a moron and is not deserving of any position of authority or responsibility towards you in the military. And that's how that is how it should be viewed. Not, I mean, the commander in chief and his subordinates have a position of responsibility towards you. If they're abusing that position of responsibility towards you, they should be removed from that position. It's not their place to send you off to fight and get killed so that they can keep their jobs or appease somebody or keep getting paid off by these people. That's not what it's about. And if anybody in the, I swear to God, if anybody in the White House is doing that, I'm going to put you guys in jail or worse when I become president. You guys are going to Guantanamo Bay along with all the people that you guys just put in there because two wrongs do not make a right. And your obligation is to protect Americans, not to serve the interests of Israel or an international banking cartel. I swear to God, you guys, I'm coming for you. We are coming for you if that is what you guys are up to. No, I haven't seen Avatar 2. I don't watch that kind of crap. This is Michael Macintosh.